die? You know, why couldn't they have a heart attack and die? Why them men that flew the planes into the World Trade Center? I mean, why did that have to happen? You know, I wouldn't have that happen for anything in the world. But it did. And the only way you'll ever have any peace and understanding on this earth is to just understand it was part of God's plans. Because if you can't admit that, you will drive yourself crazy trying to figure out just why that did happen. Why did that happen? Why? And the list goes on and on and on. But maybe it was to afford someone that second chance at a life with Christ. And it just don't seem fair that some have to suffer and others don't have to suffer. Can never understand that, but Joseph there, he was willing to say, hey, all that bad thing that seemed so terrible to happen to me, all that was worth it for me to be able to provide for you a way out all these years later. I'm sure, you know, I don't have the mind of Christ, but we know he didn't say if there's any other way, but there wasn't no other way except by the cross that you be saved today. That was our second chance, if you will. But today, if you don't know him today, he's willing to give you that third, that fourth, that fifth, that sixth chance to come to know him before it's everlasting too late. Thank God for the cross and what it means to us today. For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, this is verse 6, and yet there are 5 years in which there shall neither be earing nor harvest. So there's 5 more years of no harvest there. 5 more years of suffering. And God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not you that sent me hither, but God. Wow, that was so he's telling his brothers that you didn't send me here, you didn't sell me into slavery, God did. To admit that God is in control, to admit that the things and the weights and balances, God controls it all. That takes a lot on the Christian's part to admit that you are God, you are in control. Take it out of my hands, Lord, I put it in yours. Because we want to hold on to things. We want to rule and control our lives the best that we can, not realizing that ultimately God is the one that's in control. And hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and Lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. So, him being set in a higher place, he could have never dreamed to have been in the state that he was in as a ruler with Pharaoh in the land of Egypt if he'd have stayed where he was at, would he? Would you agree that sometimes in this life we had to get outside the box, we had to make a move? And I guess, I don't know. I know some people get tired of me at work because I'm like, you know, is this the best it's ever going to get? Are you satisfied with this? Are you willing to tie God's hand and say, this is as far as I want to go in life. This is all I want. Don't want no more, don't want no less. This is it. And I'm not willing to tie God's hands. I'm willing to know that He is able and capable of sending me and doing with me as He pleases. And I'm not willing to tie God's hands. But if He tied His hands this morning, I mean, really, are you at a point that you just satisfied? This is it. This is as good as it's going to get. Lord, all them blessings and things You want to bestow upon me, just keep that. I'm good right here. And I think the reason why we're good right here is because we don't want to pay the price of what it'll take to reach whatever He has for us down the road. We're scared. Every dream, every big thing that's ever happened here on this earth started with a dream, didn't it? Somebody had to step out on a limb, didn't it? Because if they hadn't, we'd all drive the same car, live in the same house, same haircut, same clothes. It would just be a cookie cutter world. But sometimes it takes effort on our part for things to change. And I guess being willing to go the extra mile, to take that second and that third and that fourth chance, it takes a lot of relying solely on God to do that. Because we can't do it on our own. Those dreams that we have, they can't be put in motion if we never start the ball rolling, do we? And if you go out in the woods and sit on the stump and just say, okay, God, I want this to happen in my life, now do it. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. It takes faith, determination, and not being afraid to fail. Because you will fail. You can believe that. But if Joseph's brothers, they failed when they sold their brother. Their failure was conceitedness, jealousy, all those things that you could look at those brothers for selling their brother, all the things, the jealousy, all that stuff. God took that and made something good out of it many years later. He took four brothers that apparently despised their brother and sold him into slavery and turned it into making a way for them to survive all those years later. You know, they didn't see that at the time. And in the things in our lives that's got us where we are today. Some of it's painful. Some of it's great. Some of it's, lollipops and candy canes and stuff like that. Just good things. But some of it's bad that got you where you are today. But I thank God for being given second and third and fourth chances. I thank God that He gives me a heart to give someone a second chance. But see, that's the thing with us, You do something wrong to me, and I'll say, well, I'll give you a second chance. But then, the second chance comes and you break that agreement or whatever, and I'm done with you. What if God was like that? What if all you got was a second chance and you broke it and He was done with you? Why can't we be more like Him? When the second chance, because it's just a known fact. People are not perfect. They're not going to be. They're going to mess up. But thank God He loves you enough to forgive you that many times over if that's what it takes for you to come to know Him and to love Him and to fully trust in Him. Thank Him for it. And this morning, don't be scared to let God be in control of your life today. I think that's a lot of us are. We're just scared to take the me factor out of it and put the He factor in it. Let God rule and reign in our lives and put Him first. Go after Him with a heart like David had. Look how much he messed up. Look how many times he had to forgive David. But he had a heart after God's own heart. That's how he lived. We could be more like that today. We come with a hymn of invitation this morning. If you've been given a second chance, thank God for it. If someone you owe a second chance to, trust God to give it to them, to see it through, to maybe even the third, the fourth chance. Don't give up on it.
Church by David.
And that thou
get back to church, y'all. Missed it a long time. Make things happen. Yeah, glad to be back. Make things that get back to normal now. That's what I'm saying. Busy time coming up, but there's a good time to busy when you baptize people and ordaining deacons and stuff like that. That's a good time. Good time. But before we dismiss, anyone have a word about to share or testimony?
Chris, I just want to say that this morning when I come to church, I was a mess. I mean, I was swallowing and shaking all over, and I don't know if you can see me, I was trying to keep my head down. But we almost got a car wreck on the way to church. I woke up, Lord have mercy, I called the Lord, and he said, it's because there's no reason why we didn't flip and get that poor man. And he pulled out in front of us. It's his fault. But he had a tag on his shirt that said usher. And he was in a hurry to get to church.
Yeah.
And I just thought, Lord, my children could have been hurt this morning, or he could have been hurt, and his fault wouldn't matter, not hurting. I'm just so thankful this morning. It wasn't bad to happen, because when I finally got the vehicle stopped, I just could not figure out how in the world we didn't flip or hit him. He stopped ahead of us, and he came back, and he was leaning in the window, and he was apologizing, and he was just nervous wreck. And it was not scratching none of us, and it was just, oh my gosh, it was the grace of God. Y'all could see it. I mean, I was going 60, and he just pulled out. I mean, there was no warning. And I missed it. I could just barely miss it. I just thank God for it. Thank you, he's unnatural.
Brother Lee, who forgive this miss?
As we settle ourselves here this morning, Lord, we praise and glory that you need. It's good to know that you were there. So we thank you for Pastor being back with us this morning, bringing the sermon to us, a message to us. Lord, just open our hearts and our minds, Lord, that we can live for you, Lord, live for more people. We thank you for what it is. I'm here today, Lord, showing you how much love and how much faith that they have in you. Lord, we pray to continue to bless us in a mighty way. Lord, let our revival start tonight. Lord, we will sing through that, Lord. We pray to speak the things, Lord, that they bring the message to us in song, Lord, that continue to lift you up, Lord, that things that you do in this world, Lord, that one here walking undone, Lord, you will save the grace. Lord, the message that brought to us this morning, Lord, that our heart will be troubled, Lord, that it will be trembling, Lord, to know that you are there, Lord, that they will accept you, Lord, and we're backslid, so we can get closer to you. The Christians are talking about, Lord, are we satisfied where we at? We need to be closer to you. Lord, that's a rule of thumb. Lord, we need to be closer always. Time to get close to you. Lord, we walk with you and talk with you. Lord, we thank you for it. Lord, we thank you for being back in the night. Lord, starting our revival. Lord, we pray to you to be work in the mighty way for the rest of the days of life.
Welcome
I got kids up
That's just that head reputation,
You doing all right?
Well, when you go by Daisy's, you'll see the skin marks there. That would be Mr. Jesse almost took out me trying to turn into Daisy's house up there. He come in, it was like that right there, his mom almost took him out. And he said, I felt the behind of me, he didn't call it that, but he said, I felt the behind of me coming out. He said, and I shamed her. He said, son, you put a Chase Elliott on it, didn't you? We all need a mama like Sherry, don't we? Take off this morning, sis. That would have been just terrible, terrible. So precious. I say, man, that's the running man of the shows and be on a pleasant. It's like, I had you go coffee. I'm just, I'm it's so good to have you back. Yes, you're a preacher. I love it. I know I go in there, you're on that intercom. You better. I said, you want to fumigate all the people in one word. I said, they just bring you with something. I told you, we was watching Vanessa last night. I know she did good, that was her first time doing that. Is that, I think it's laying on her arm. Yes, don't you like that? I said, yes, mine. I said, when you said, yeah, that's down to the altar, I said, that's not that right. And you know, the white one looks better on than it does. But she put the white one on last night. That was yes, glad to have you. Glad to visit with us. I love you, Bree. Glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back too. I am. We're working on that.
Lovely, Ron.
You too, George.
Boy, I'm glad to see you back there, that pulpit. Boy, I'll tell you what, I had me a few.
How you doing, please? Oh, so that's how you doing?
Is that gonna help you? The fish truck?
Yeah. So my bad times?
Yeah, this is how we gonna help you, you want me to help you? Or
Hopefully it's fine.
Well, if you do,